once again, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Clara Chips Show, a show where I share about my life experience and also where I share other people's life experience in life. And that means what I go through and what I'm learning, and also what other people go through and learning as well. Yeah, so I think there are some videos that I've made where I have explained about um, intermittent fasting and why I started doing intermittent fasting, and also about the ketogenic uh, diet. Yeah, so I just want to continue with what I'm benefiting so far. And maybe before I even do that, you may be wondering why I keep on talking so much about living a healthy lifestyle. Well, a few years ago, I was told that I had diabetes and high blood pressure. And this really made me become aware and think about what I need to do for me to improve my life, because I didn't want to take any medication that had chemicals. Actually, when I was told by the doctor that I had diabetes, one thing I remember, he told me that now you have started medication, we're going to give you medication for diabetes, but I'm warning you, when you stop taking this medication, that will be the end of you. You are going to die because you have to depend on this drug. And I was so scared. You can imagine if, somebody told you such news, such a thing. So what I did was I took the medication. Just taking that medication for like 2 days, you guys, it was terrible. I felt bad. I started having these symptoms of getting tired. I can just walk a few steps. I feel tired. It's like my body just wasn't me. And I'm like, why is it that now I've started taking this medication and I'm feeling bad? What's wrong? There must be something wrong with this medicine. So what I did a research, like I always do. I always want to research about things because when I'm not satisfied about something, I always ask the question, why? So as I went on with my investigation, learning things about diabetes, how I can heal it naturally. And I had hope because I found some websites where they told me exactly what I need to do to heal myself using herbs. Let me just say, using natural remedies. I said, wow, this is great. So what I did was I just got rid of all the medication that I was given at the hospital, and I started being my own doctor, you guys. Dr. Mommy, like somebody once told me. So I went deep and now started dealing with the root cause of diabetes and also high blood pressure. Let me tell you one thing I've learned, you guys. Diabetes or high blood pressure has got nothing to do with, let me just say, they are not diseases. They are dietary problems, meaning what I have eaten all of these years is the problem of diabetes. The junk foods I've eaten, the sweet things I've eaten, that's the root cause of diabetes. So once you discover and know these things, then you'll be able to deal with what you have. The doctors or the hospitals, what they deal in are the symptoms. But I think it's very important to look for the cause. That's the most important thing. And just to cut the story short, the cause is simply food. So, what are you eating? Do you have diabetes? Do you have high blood pressure? And by the way, when I stopped the medication, you guys, my diabetes just disappeared and went. It just took like 7 days because I went back to the hospital and I told the doctor that, you can take the test. So when I went for review, he was so surprised and he was telling me that, wow, I'm so proud of you. You've been faithful. You've been taking the medication. That's very good for you. But I told him that, you know what? I went my own way. I didn't do what you did. what you told me to do. But what I did was I took my own healing. Okay, that's what I did, and the doctor, of course, was disappointed because I was, no longer. I was not going to go there anymore. So anyway, that's what I did. So now coming back to the topic and what I want to talk about with you today. So there was one time when I went back to my old diet, but as we started this year, I said to myself, okay, I know I didn't really want to make a New Year's resolution because many times we make that, but actually, I just declared to myself that, well, this year, let me go back to eating health and living a healthy lifestyle because I've always been like doing that, but I think there are certain things that I really didn't know, and I thought I revisit that type of lifestyle and go deeper. And this is when I came across intermittent fasting. Of course, I've heard about it, but I was a bit skeptical. I didn't want to start it, and then I also came across the keto diet, where I need to eat high fat, low carbs, and moderate protein. So I started learning about these things, and this is what I'm learning right now. And oh my God, I've discovered so many things about fasting. Of course, years ago, I used to fast. I even went one time fasting for like 40 days, and it all had to do with the spiritual part. I didn't really understand the benefits. All I knew that when you fast, you're going to have a lot of questions answered. Spiritually, you're going to grow, your prayers shall be answered. And if you're a Christian, you know about the Daniel fasting. I'm sure this is a 21-day fast, and I did that one. I've done the 3 days fasting. I've also done the 40 days fasting. So in the past, I used to fast a lot. So when I learned about intermittent fasting, I'm like, wow, I didn't know all these benefits. Then let me just go for it. So that's how I started doing intermittent fasting. Now it has taken me like I think 3 months now, and you guys, I'm really seeing the change. Of course, at first there were some things here and there which was happening to my body because I think the body was so used to the old life. I experienced some things like constipation, some heart palpitations. But as I went on, I knew that these things were coming up because the body was really like, yeah, on a strange path, so it had to adopt. And I did it slowly because I didn't want to shock the body because looking um, back, I have done so many wrong things when it comes to dieting. That's why I'm saying that intermittent fasting for me now is a lifestyle. Let me not even call it a diet. And also keto dieting for me now is just a lifestyle. But what I do right now is I keep on switching. There are days when I eat once, and some days I eat twice. And I've just noticed that a lot of things have really changed. They are changing slowly in my body. Like before I started the intermittent fasting, I used to experience problems with my eyesight. I don't really see that well, like from afar, but I'm seeing that now it's improving. And I've also seen that the heart palpitations that I used to feel also has disappeared. And I've also seen that my body sometimes used to feel hot, like on my legs. I used to feel hot sometimes. Maybe I could eat some food and I could feel like my whole body is hot, and I couldn't understand that. But as I continued with my research, I just discovered that sometimes when you feel like that, those are the signs you can know that you've got a fatty liver. Yes, and I've also noticed that I've lost my weight. I think I'm very happy with where I am right now, and I keep on following these things. So this is what I've learned about fasting. It's really a great thing, and I'm really encouraging you guys to go for it. Because it's not important to eat, you guys. Even when we look back a long time ago, our ancestors, I mean, they really never used to eat the way we do right now, like 6 times a day. Honestly, you guys, I mean, this is really serious because it's too much. The body doesn't require a lot of food. And sometimes there are times when you just want to eat because you eat breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning. You just see it's 07, you eat. I mean, that's just the mind. Please, I'm encouraging you, if you are suffering from diabetes or high blood pressure, try fasting. Fasting is great. And I also want to tell you that you can also use the right fats like olive oil, coconut oil, or just butter. There are oils out there which are not good for us, but try to do your own research. We are all different individually, but I'm sure you can find something that suits you, because what can agree with you cannot agree with me. So do your own research, find out about fasting, and you see how it will go. We have to be healthy. Our bodies are machines, you guys. They are, I don't know what I can say, but let me just say that this body that we have, the physical body, is a clever body. It knows how to heal itself. If you are taking any medication, by the way, for example, I think it's very important to consult your doctor before you start fasting, because there are some medicines that you need to take after food, which means you need to be aware of the fasting. Yeah, so this is what I thought of sharing with you. But before I end this video, let me also read you what I discovered from the doctors and what they said about how powerful and good fasting is. So this is one doctor, is Elios has, and this is what he said about fasting. Fasting is the single greatest natural healing. It is the nature's ancient, universal remedy for many problems. Animals instinctively fast when ill. So this is his observation. And another one by another doctor says this: due to the effect of fasting, a fasting can help you heal with great speed, cleanse your liver, kidneys, and colon. Also, it purifies your blood, helps you lose excess weight and water, and flush out toxins. It also clears the eyes and tongue and cleanse your breath. And another one by Gabriel Clausens, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He says that I often observe in fasting participants that by 4 days of fasting, concentration seems to improve, creativity thinking expands, depression lifts, insomnia stops, anxieties fade, the mind becomes more tranquil, and natural joy appears. It is my hypothesis that when the physical toxic are cleared from the brain cells, mind blind function automatically and significant improves, and spiritual capacity expands. So this is what fasting can do for you guys, and I just hope that you're going to love this video, because it's all about love. As you know, today is the 1st of February, the month of love. They say Valentine's is coming up, which is my birthday. Yeah, so I'm just sending you some love, and say you love that special person you have in your life, whether your kids, your husband, your friends. It's the month of love. So if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, The Clara Chibs, you guys, well, what are you waiting for? You better do that. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you guys. I love you so much. Like I always say, don't you ever forget to love yourself, because there is no other person who can love you apart from you loving yourself.